Alright, welcome back, my charming conspirators. This is the horror game called Death Mark 2. We are in the middle of a spirit battle right now where we left off in the last video. We're fighting Mr. KOKKURI. So we're going to pick right up here. Both of us need to recite a chant now. See how this goes. I'm not too sure about this, but let's try the 9 cuts chant together. Power, energy, harmony, healing, premonition, empathy, dimension, creation, enlightenment. Power, energy, harmony? Yeah, we're dead. Yeah, that was the wrong choice. Oh my god, you bro is like unloading on us. Hero and the others have run out of spirit. The investigation ended in failure. Unbelievable. Let's try again. God damn it. I was trying to hope that using the talismans was going to give me like protection from his gunshots. Resume from the checkpoint. Alright, let's try this again. So if we team up with Hero, there's only one way, the path to run away, and that doesn't work. So let's try me. Oh, so it's only, the creepy petri dish only shows up for me. Eat some of the centipede. I ain't eating that damn thing. Eat some of the mushrooms or inspect the body. Well, actually, if we eat the mushrooms, then we will, like... Doesn't that cause the hallucination? Maybe we could see him then? Let's try that. That's what my hope is if we get, like, the hallucination going. Jesus Christ, if I could speak. Then maybe we could see the bro. I opened the petri dish and decided to eat some of the mushrooms that grow on the centipede. 82%? I like those odds. I bite one of the mushrooms sticking out of the insect's body and tear it off with force. Then, with steely determination, I swallow it down. Are you kidding me? I feel my body getting warm like I just drank a mug of hot water. My heart is beating so fast, my vision starts to blur. This is probably the effect of Fox Lacata. Hey, villain, are you okay? No? Yeah, I think so. Ah, yeah, see, we can see him now. Once my heartbeat returns to normal, I slowly stabilize, my vision stops going blurry, and I'm no longer in a daze. Then a mysterious figure appears before my eyes. He's there. I can see KOKKURI. Looks like this is the right choice. KOKKURI hasn't moved an inch. Yeah, I was like, he's still just standing in the same damn spot. Rest assured, he hasn't come any closer. Villain, can you see KOKKURI? Yeah, thanks to the red demon. Eat Crimson Devil to see the invisible KOKKURI. The female doll mentioned it before. Yeah, that's what I've been saying, bro. Calling us hooligans, KOKKURI aims his gun in our direction. Crap. The bullet hits the tree we're hiding behind. Whoa, it seems like he's gotten way better at shooting now. There's no way we can run for it like this. One thing's for certain, we can't escape right now. We need to find some way to fight back. Okay, part 2. Since Hero can't see KOKKURI, the only one who can fight him is me. There's not much I can do to fight back, but I've got to give it my all. So if I'm the only one who can see him, can she, like, distract him somehow while I can, like, do something to him? Hakurui's talisman, suspicious paper bag. Well, yeah, we had a gun in that bag. Let's use the gun. I open the suspicious paper bag and take out the gun inside. After all, I'm a complete novice. I don't have any confidence in my ability to shoot a gun. Hero, can you do something to distract KOKKURI for a couple of seconds? Okay. I'll see if I can be a decoy for a bit. Believing in Hero's tactics, I poke my head out and ready my gun. Hero comes out of her hiding spot and hurls a fist-sized stone into the open space. KOKKURI turns his head toward Hero. Great job, Hero. I take aim at KOKKURI, who has now stopped moving. Breathe deeply and calmly pull the trigger. KOKKURI lets out an eerie howl. Did you hit him, villain? I think I hit him. Although, I guess it's more like my bullet just passed through his body. Well, he is a spirit after all. If you could defeat them with guns, no one would call me to investigate. They'd just get the military. Yeah, that did something to him. How am I down to 14? Are you kidding me? KOKKURI screams in anger and fires his gun. He then begins to approach us slowly. Crap, he's coming closer. What the heck? All that work just to make him mad? I want to believe this is the right choice. KOKKURI's breathing hard. He seems angry. The closer he gets to us, the more in danger we are. That also makes it easier to shoot him now, but will that really help us? What should we do? We gotta make a move or he's gonna kill us while we're sit here thinking... Ugh, I know that already. If we knew how to deal with KOKKURI's shots, we might be able to find an opening and escape. If I could just survive this one, we win. Our bullets don't work against KOKKURI, but we need to create an opening to survive. Okay, so... create enough an opening to run away. Let's try shooting the rifle. Yeah, let's try shooting the rifle. Sorry, but can you be my decoy one more? Got it, I'll try. Trusting in Hero, I peek my head out of the cover and ready my gun. Oh, for God's sakes, man. Hero does the same and tries to throw a fist-sized stone into the open space. Except Hero messes up and drops the stone onto the ground. Of course she does. Yeah, we're dead. Our bullets can't hit KOKKURI since he's a spirit. However, KOKKURI's bullets can still hit us. So maybe some parts of his body might not be immaterial? My logic might be wrong, but I have to take a chance on something if I'm going to escape death. Oh, wait a minute, so, hold on. So do we try to shoot his heart? Or his mask? Let's try to aim for his heart. Trusting in Hero, I peek my head out of cover and ready my gun. Are you kidding me, dog? Hero does the same and tries to throw a fist-sized stone in the open space. Except Hero messes... Yeah, of course she drops it again. What the hell's wrong with this girl? Well, this isn't working. I'm wondering if I have to be teamed up with Mashida. He isn't even here with me, though, is the problem. Yeah, he's not even here. I might have to go back to the infirmary. How do I think I got the wrong damn person with me. I don't even know how I can get him back. I'm gonna try shooting the mask. That's the only thing I haven't tried, so... Yeah, all three are failures, so I have to be teamed up with Mashita. Because none of these options work. God damn it, man. I wish there was a way I could, like, back out. There's not, though. I guess we have to let him kill us, because, yeah, I don't know how I can get back to the infirmary. I gotta team up with Mashita to defeat this guy. My bad, hero. You clearly were not the right person for this job. Oh, God, man. So what we'll do is we'll continue where we left off on our last checkpoint. We'll take a trip back to the infirmary. We'll pick up Mashita, and then I think we can do it. Resume from the checkpoint or resume from the infirmary. But if I click resume from the infirmary, is it going to make me restart that whole mission again? I don't know. Let me restart from the checkpoint because I know I can go back to the infirmary. Yeah, right here, because if I go L1, yeah. Alright, let's try this, conspirators, because clearly Hero is not the person I need to be taking with me. So we got Mashita now. Actually, while we're here, that reminds me, I brought new sacred objects. Maybe one of these will help me during this battle, too. What does this even do? Reduce 3 damage. Yeah, let's get that. Or wait, it'll cause that effect to go, never mind. Let me see what this other stuff is. See, I hate this because I don't want to lose my other stuff. I guess I'm not getting anything because I don't want to lose all the stuff that I have. Alright, so let's exit. Now that we have Mashita with us, now we can go back to the forest. Oh, that's nice. It'll just let us select Fox Forest now. That's convenient. Alright, bro, you're going to have to be the one to take this guy down, because I clearly don't have the ability to either. It's like, I'm hoping I don't have to do, like, this part again. And, like, that bro is not still standing here. Okay, good, he's not. It's like, I'm hoping they'll just let me pick up where I left off here. Yeah, it will. Okay. Alright, guys, so I'm just going to skip through this part here. I'm just going to X my way through this because we've already done it. Try to do this as fast as I can here. Oh, I chose the wrong damn thing. Shovel. I will try to just skip through this part as fast as I can to get back to where we were. That's kind of the only downside about this game, is that sometimes you have the wrong partner with you and you can't even proceed until you go change partners. That's just what happened to me right there. So at least we know what to do for the first 2 acts of this to survive. It's the 3rd act is what we got to decide on what we need to shoot at. My first train of thought is maybe we had to shoot the gun out of his hand, but maybe if Machida is the one that's shooting, he'd be more accurate shot than we will. So I don't know, I'm gonna try that and see. Plus we got our health back up to 40, so you know that helps too. Okay. We really can't move a long way, so as long as we don't know where KOKKURI is, let's just keep going here, because we need to get back to part 3 here. Okay, so, well, now that we have Machida with us, does he need to be able to see so he can shoot? Let's try that. It's like, maybe he's got to be the one to shoot. He'd be the better aim. Machida catches it. You really want me to eat this? Yeah, trust me. Trust in the process, bro. Frowning, Machida pops the mushroom in their mouth and swallows it. Machida looks at me with a strange expression afterward. What the hell was that for? Nothing's happening. No, well, clearly that didn't work. Okay. My bad. I thought maybe we'd have to have him eat the mushroom, but I guess not. I thought he would have to be the one to eat the mushroom so he could take the shot instead of me. That'd make a hell of a lot more sense. But he's not seeing them, though. That's ridiculous that it takes that much freaking energy away from me. Yeah, we got it. I'm just trying to get to part 3 to this, because we already know all this. Okay, so when we did part 2 with Hero, if we team up, he distracts while I shoot, I guess. Machida leaves his cover and shoots into the open space. KOKKURI turns toward Machida. Okay, so this looks like this is gonna work. Yeah, okay. Alright, so now we're back to where we left off with Hero, where we couldn't proceed any further. Okay, here we are. Now we're back to where we left off. Our bullets don't work against KOKKURI, but we need to create an opening to survive. So if we team up... Let's try shooting the gun. Because if we can shoot the gun out of his hand, then we can run. Sorry, but can you be my decoy once more, Machida? Fine. Trusting in Machida, I peek my head out of cover, ready my gun. Please work. Thank you. Machida does the same and fires a shot into the open space. KOKKURI turns toward Machida. Now's my chance. I take aim at KOKKURI, who has now stopped moving, breathe deeply, and calmly pull the triggers. What'd that do? Kokkuri lets out an eerie howl. Nice, that definitely hit. I saw it for a split second. Your shot hit his rifle. He's still holding it, though. Kokkuri sounds frustrated and angry. Something might have happened to his rifle. Oh, maybe he can't shoot now. Did our attack jam his rifle? It's now or never. Kokkuri can't shoot us. Let's go, Mashita. I know. No need to tell me. Oh, thank God. Once we reach the path, we beat down and don't slow down. Looks like this is the right choice. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. That was actually a rather difficult battle there. Mashita and I race out of there as fast as we can. We're running straight for the exit. There's no guarantee that Mr. Kokkuri will let us go even if we escape the forest. Like Slipmouth Kashima, he can probably follow us now that he set his sights on us. We'll have to be careful everywhere we're going forward. Even so, our only choice right now is to run for our lives, even if hell is going to be hot on our heels wherever we go. Our only goal is survival, and I'm sure that Mashita feels the same. It's the exit, villain. Is he still chasing us? He is not. Thank God. Looks like we survived the hunt for now. For Christ's sakes, we barely escaped that. We better stay out of this goddamn forest for now, unless you feel like being target practice. Yeah, I agree. Mashita looks exhausted, and I'm sure I do as well. Let's take this opportunity to head to the infirmary and sort out everything we've just learned. What the hell was that about? A sigh of relief escapes my lips the moment we step inside the infirmary. I'm lucky that I'm seeing these walls again, and that's not an exaggeration in the slightest. Time to tell Yasaka and the others what happened in the forest. Welcome back. Glad to see you're both safe. Yasaka and Hiro are the only people inside the infirmary. Where's Marahashi? Oh, she went to the restroom. Alone? She's aware of the dangers that shrine poses now, and she's not headed into the forest. She should be fine. Kokkuri's not the only threat here, though. The Departed is roaming around this school as well. Although the Departed only kills their target after issuing a notice, so Marahashi should be fine. Good thing she's not here then. I'll give you a quick summary of what happened before she returns. There are things I don't want her to hear. I fill them in on what happened to the forest. I see, so Kakuta is... It's painful to know that a young life has been lost like that. But does that mean Kakuta was hooligan? More or less. Kakuta stole a document about Fox Lakanta, so he must have known something about it. Though I find it hard to imagine that he was acting on his own. Fox Lakata is a strong hallucinogen, so it wouldn't surprise me if other people were doing something with it. A strong hallucinogen, huh? I'd like to study it at the Institute. It may be a new kind of alkaloid, very intriguing. Can you give me some of those Fox Lakata to research once we wrap up this investigation? Cut the crap, Hiro. This thing needs to be in the hands of the government. I'm gonna submit this crap to my friend at the DEA, and I'm not having it any other way. Got it? Geez, you're no fun. I'm back. Or you're here already. Hey, you better fill me in too. Don't leave me out of everything. Fine. Leaving out the bits about Kakuta's death, I tell her what happened in the forest. I concoct a story and say that I found the paper and the phone lying on the ground. So Kakuta was in the forest. Why was he there, though? Don't know. Think he got a call. Maybe his phone can tell us something. Unfortunately, it's broken. I've tried pressing the button, but... Let me take a look. Maruhashi starts touching the phone screen like it's her own phone. Shh, it's not broken. The battery's just dead. Anyone with a phone should have been able to realize this. Geez, how bad with tech stuff are you, Grandpa? Ugh, sorry, you got me there. I have a charger that'll work with this phone at home. Maybe we should try and charge it and then see if we can get something out of it. My home's not far from here. This phone's gonna be pretty useless to us with a dead battery. Let's take her up on the offer. I'll be right back. Maruhashi quickly exits the infirmary. What should we do now? Should we wait until the kid calls us? I object to that course of action. We should resume the investigation. It's for your sake as well, villain. What do you mean by that, Yasoka? I can tell you're being targeted by a spirit. Excuse me? Sooner or later, that spirit will find its way to you. If that happens while you're unprepared, you'll meet the same fate as Kakuta. For Christ's sakes, why is everything so... As a renowned fortune teller and spiritualist, Yasoka's words carry a lot of weight. I thought maybe the clock had stopped with Kakuta's death and we'd had a little more time before there was another target. But it turns out the clock is still ticking and it's counting down for me. But what should we do now? We still don't know who exactly Kokkuri is, right? That's something we can research. I have an idea. Remember the case from Kakuta's document? Let's look into that murder of a mother and child at Lake S. That's been stuck in my head. How are we going to investigate that? Have Nakamatsu look it up on the internet for us. He should at least be able to pull up a general summary from somewhere. And by that, I mean, you go call him up. Wait, why do I have to do it? You know how to use a phone, just call him yourself. Nah, I don't really like talking to him. We're not really on the same wavelength. So, that's your issue. I guess you can't expect a nice otaku and a hard-boiled ex-detective to get along. Looks like I'm going to have to be the one to call Ika. Hello, villain. What do you want me to look up? Can you look up for any information you can find about a murder of a mother and child at Lake S? It may be connected to our investigation. Geez, a mother and child being murdered? That sounds awful. I'll try searching. Found something. 10 years ago, a mother and child were beaten to death by a group of delinquents. I'll share the details now. It's pretty long, so you should probably start taking notes. I whip out a pen to write down everything Ika says about the murder. Murder of a mother and child at Lake S. 10 years ago at Lake S in S City, a family who went camping was attacked by a group of young men. Mother Azumi Kayohara and her daughter Kozu Kayohara were beaten to death. The father, Masaki Kayohara, was gravely injured but survived. He was hospitalized for 3 months. Masaki Kayohara was a teacher at a school in H City, not far from S City. He continued to work there after the incident, but later disappeared. The crime was committed by 8 juveniles, all between the ages of 16 and 19. At the time of the crime, they were under the influence of mind-altering substances. Due to their ages, names of the perpetrators were not disclosed. The narcotic they were taking at the time was believed to be some type of psychedelic mushroom. Of the 8 juveniles who were arrested, K, who was allegedly the drug dealer, was released due to insufficient evidence. That's horrible. Those violent punks are scarier than spirits. Ida might have a point there. Spirits who curse humans are pretty frightening, but humans are responsible for creating spirits in the first place. The malicious actions of people cause grudges, and grudges create spirits. It's a chain of hatred, one that begins with humans. By the way, villain, I need to get going soon. Oh, you can leave the mansion if you want. Thanks for your help today, Ida. No problem at all. Talk to you soon, villain. How'd it go, villain? Ida had a lot to share. I shared the details of the murder with the other three. I see. No wonder it was sticking in my head. Did you work on that case, Mashita? Come on, man, use your brain just a little bit. That case is 10 years old. I wasn't on the force yet. But now I recall my mentor was the one who told me about it. Nakamatsu pretty much covered the whole thing, though, so I don't have any additional info to add. Do you think the mushrooms from that case are Fox Licata? This case is just full of mushrooms, eh? Can't argue with that. A curse involving mushrooms growing from your body, Kakuta being turned into mushrooms, the Fox Licata on the dead centipede in the petri dish. And now you've learned about the tragedy caused by Fox Licata 10 years ago. Everything's connected to mushrooms. Boy, K, the one who wasn't prosecuted. Could it have been Kakuta? God damn it, I just told you, that case is 10 years old. There's no way Kakuta was involved back then. Well, it's pretty unlikely for him to have been directly involved, but he knew about Fox Licata. He reacted to the petri dish and even hid the documents. Everything would tie itself up nicely if he turned out to be a mushroom dealer. I imagine we don't have enough information yet. However, the key to discovering Mr. Kokkuri's identity is likely to link the past and the present causes. Or so I believe. Guess that's all we're going to get out of this deduction session. What we need now is some solid evidence. Let's continue the investigation, villain. We don't know where to start, though. We probably won't find anything in the forest or the shrine in the corridor. I have a place in mind. For real? I got some information in the forest that'll lead us to our next spot. The Fox Licata document, the murder case document. Yeah, probably that one. I recall what was written in the document about the murder case that was on Kakuta's corpse. On second thought, that's unrelated. Lake S was mentioned, but we still don't know what the connection between the case and Mr. Kokkuri is. And considering our limited time, we can't afford to go all the way out to Lake S. Okay, well, never mind then. I recall all the stuff about Fox Licata in the documents Kakuta stole. On second thought, that's unrelated. It only contains information about Fox Licata's components. It doesn't mention any locations whatsoever. I don't even remember what the voice said. Right, the voice I heard when inspecting the bones. Oh, that one. Deep inside the old school, the dead fox god that looks alive, inside the stomach. That voice told me to go investigate somewhere. Maybe heading to the location they mentioned will help us identify that corpse. That other school. And if we can learn about the person who became Mr. Kokkuri, we can start devising a plan of attack. That'd actually be cool if we went back to the same school that was in the first game. Which sounds great, except we're running low on time. Should we really just trust something that I heard from a mysterious voice when so much is at stake? Having trouble making a decision? When you're running out of time and you need to make a tough choice, trust your instinct and hope for the best. You know what's most important when dealing with spirits? Courage and conviction. Thanks for the reminder. I'll go with my gut and act on the information the voice gave me. Let's search for the dead fox god that looks alive in the depths of the old school. Oh, so they were just talking about the old school. Gotcha. I need to get a save on file, man. There we go. So, I guess we should stick with Mashida. We need to go back to the old building. Wait, the courtyard? Was that where the pool was? I gotta look at this really quick. Wait, what is this? A massive statue of the guardian fox stands here. It's darkened, which gives one the impression that it has been here for quite some time. This is definitely a fox god, sure, but we're not deep in the old school, and this statue doesn't look alive at all. We better find some other foxes. Okay, I couldn't even remember what was out here. So this is the old building you have all been going on and on about, huh? Place looks downright condemned. A bit odd that this right in the middle of an active campus. Well, they don't really use it anymore, so they've been neglecting it quite a bit. Not used anymore, huh? When you put it like that, it makes me wonder if this place was still used 10 years ago. 10 years ago? Oh, the Lake S murder? The victim's husband was a teacher. There's a chance that he worked here. But you're thinking the same thing, otherwise why would you come here, right? There's a chance the victim's husband used to be a teacher at Konoehara Academy. But I chose to come to this place because that voice told me to. The old school must refer to the old building. Where is the dead fox god that looks alive, then? Where in the school might students study living things? I was like, wasn't there a statue in, like, the... No, it's not there. I could have swore I saw a statue in the storage room, I think. Wasn't there? Was it up here? There must be other places. No, that's not it either. What the... What was out here? No, it's locked. Okay. Was there another one up on the 3rd floor? Old science. Okay, here we go. It's like, I remember seeing it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, here we go. Was that the Departed's voice again? The heck is this place? My body feels heavy. We better... Yeah, we got like the poison or whatever going on. Numerous dead insects are lying inside the dusty sink. The cursed tooth is rolling around. Found it. That's the cursed tooth is the cause of all this. Just break that thing now. Yeah, okay. I reach my hand into the sink and pick up the tooth. Ugh. This is bad. I'm getting dizzy. My hand slips and the tooth falls. It shouldn't be that far away. I've got to find it fast. Oh, for God's sakes. Where the hell did it go? Oh, here it is. I point my light toward it, and unfortunately, it is the cursed tooth I was looking for. Just stomp on it, bro. Good thing it didn't go under the desk. Yeah, that definitely... Raising my foot, I crushed the tooth. The cursed tooth shatters into pieces. My body feels much lighter now. The curse-like phenomenon plaguing this place has subsided. Okay, I want to check on this wall. There was something here. Looking at the marks on the wall, there used to be a shelf here. Looking closely, mold is growing here and there. This must be where that musty smell is coming from. Okay, I guess that's nothing. Oh, wait, there's something here. Wait, I take that back. Something sparkles when I point my flashlight inside. Is this a normal tooth? Ooh, there's a small key inside the shelf. It has no tag attached to it. What's this key for? I'm trying to think. Was there any, like, locked things that I needed to... I'm not sure. Oh, here's a fox right here. There's a stuffed fox specimen on the shelf. A fox god. We definitely need to inspect this closely. Looking at the creature's features, this stuffed fox is real. One intended it to be used for education. It was probably taxidermied by an artisan. This fox looks alive. It's a shame such a fine item is sitting neglected here. The color of its fur has faded. Okay, clearly we gotta use something. Is there a keyhole in the fox somewhere? No. I don't know what I need to... I mainly try searching the rest of the room. Bottles of liquid are lined up on the shelf. That liquid seems like formalin to me. Botanical specimens are floating inside the bottles. There's something behind the bottles, villain. Well, get me that tooth. Petri dishes are piled up along the back side of the shelf. Inside the dishes are dissected flowers and leaves, as well as dried moss. Guess someone must have been a pretty active plant collector in the past. If these plants are endemic species from Fox Forest, the person who collected them might be the author of that research journal. That means this dish used to be here too. I see, but I don't get how the dish got from here to the shrine. I don't know either. It might be a spiritual phenomenon. I gotta say that this little dish has been an invaluable help on the case. I feel like my steps in this investigation are being choreographed by someone else.
Yoshi.
Pile of mold-infested cardboard boxes. Mashita, help me examine all these boxes. What a pain in the ass. I'll inspect the boxes on the left side, you take the 2 boxes on the right. I pick up the pile of boxes and put them down. The heavy box is filled with old books and prints. I rummage through them, but I don't find anything worth noting. This one. Did you find something? Look at this villain. The box Mashita is gesturing at is filled with old lab equipment. I find something small hiding among the test tubes and breakers. There we go. Got him. I pick it up, it's an eerie tooth. Look at this thing. An old atomical model covered in dust. It's in such bad shape that it seems shockingly mundane. What a poor fate for this model, if you think about it. Their skin is peeled off, their organs are exposed, and then end up neglected like this. Quolio. I find an old steel cabinet. There's something behind the glass door. Let's get a closer look. Do I use the key to open it? I insert the small key into the keyhole. Got him. The door opens with a delightfully crisp clack. I open the door and find a dissection scalpel inside. Despite all the dust, the scalpel isn't that rusty. It can probably still cut things. So apparently I gotta cut into the fox then. Deep inside the old school, the dead fox god that looks alive. That must be referring to this fox. I need to check out what's inside its stomach. It's all coming together now. Maybe whatever secret's inside this fox's stomach can shine a light on Mr. KOKKURI's identity. I've got a feeling something will happen once I figure out what the secret is. If there are things that we haven't done yet, we'd better finish them before doing this. Oh, damn. Okay. Not yet. I'm probably gonna go save the game. Let me double check the
よし。
stuff in here. No?
うん。
I just want to double check these
これ
items
は。
because sometimes if you double click on it, there'll be like a bonus item. Okay, yeah, let
ふん。
me check the petri dishes again. Nothing. Okay. Let's go back to the infirmary to save before we get into whatever the hell we're about to get into. Alright. Can we talk to anybody? Mr. Kokkuri's targeting you. The only way to save his soul is by clearing away his resentment. So we've got to get the key information before he comes after you. I'm gonna save here. Okay, now let's go back. It's like you got like what, like 13, 14 minutes left before we got a cut off here? Alright, let's go see what the hell's gonna happen here.
うん。
Cut him open! I don't think there was anything else I had to do. I get the dirty scalpel from my bag and approach the stuffed fox. I press the tip of the scalpel to the fox's belly. And then I slice it open. The fox's stomach is gaping. Yikes. A swarm of tiny bugs pour out of the fox's stomach. Given how old the fox is, I should have expected something like this, but even still, I can't help but being disgusted. Brushing away the bugs, I stick my hand inside the stomach cavity. Huh? This is... What did you find? This thing. I show Mashita the plastic square I found. Oh, a floppy disk? What the hell is that doing in there? I know you're bad with computers and all, but you recognize what this is, right? It's the thing you use to save data on a computer, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. We can use a computer to read what's on this disk. Computer, huh? Now that I think about it, I remember seeing a laptop in the faculty room. You know where to find one? Let's go then. We've got a lot of info to grab before that KOKKURI effer shows up. What? Why am I losing health? This is... Oh god, this frickin' guy. The Departed. Mashita's voice starts to crack due to fear. No matter how much I try to prepare myself, I always freeze up before the Departed. I can't even speak, much less move. My dear husband. KOKKURI resentment killed hooligan. You are next. He is already here. Should you survive, you will become my real husband. But you can't save this soul as you are now. You will die here tonight. Okay, I thought I was gonna have to battle this damn thing. The Departed is gone. What did they mean? I can't save this soul? Hey, villain. Did they say something? Yeah. I tell Mashita what the Departed just told me. What the heck? He is coming? You don't mean... Exactly. We can't run from here until we deal with Mr. KOKKURI. But you really think we can pull it off? They just said that you can't save the soul now. The current me can't save the spirit's soul. This is just another hunch, but... Is it because I'm lacking the key information I need? If that's the case, then there's no way I can save this spirit. What do I still need? This floppy disk must be the key. I need to see what's on it immediately. Elegant villain. Don't trust that effer's words. There's gotta be a way, I'm sure of it. Mashita makes a bold statement, except it sounds more like a plea to me. What should I do? Confrontation with KOKKURI labeling us hooligans. KOKKURI used us and tried to kill us. Before confronting him, we need to coordinate all the information we have, or else we won't stand a chance. The hooligans, Fox Forest, and Fox Lakata must be linked to Lake S incident. We gotta get to the computer lab, bruh. We walk toward the door, trying to leave the science room. Of course. Of course. Yeah, he's here. Bro is here. I'm greeted with the vision of a decaying body covered in mushrooms, wearing a mask resembling a beast skull. A hideous-looking KOKKURI is standing right before my eyes. Hey, what are we gonna do? I can't guarantee that we're fully prepared to fight KOKKURI. I want to run, but the door's blocked and we don't have another way out. What should we do then? At that moment, KOKKURI lets out a terrifying scream. My entire body is racked with crippling pain. Not for crying out loud. What is this pain? What's with all these mushrooms? I hear the unpleasant sound of something growing for the second time. Mashita screams, clutching their neck and crouching down. Crap, I have the same problem. Looks like mushrooms have started invading Mashita's body as well. Which reminds me, this is the same mushroom curse that afflicted Maruhashi. So is like Mashita gonna turn on me? If the mushrooms infest our whole bodies, what awaits us is death. KOKKURI simply stares at us in silence. Is he trying to kill us with the curse? He's not showing any sign of readying his gun. Ah, boy, here we go. What does this effer want to do? Who... Does he want us to say our names, or what? Let's team up with Mashita. Whose name should I tell KOKKURI? Well, we don't even know what's on the floppy disk. The petri dish isn't going to help. Let's try this document. All three of these were in the document. That was the father... I think that was the mother, and I think this was the daughter. There was something about the father. What was about the father? including K. Maybe I'm thinking of this document. Yeah, this one here. So Masaki disappeared, so they don't know where he is. Maybe we try that name. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Information regarding the Lake S incident is mentioned in the Fox Lakata note. I've also obtained the name of the victims thanks to Ika. Using that as a foundation, both of us decide on a name. And that's the only bro that was, like, missing that's not dead, so... Making sure we've got the same idea, we decide to speak our answer in unison. Your name is Masaki Kayohara. It's gotta be him. KOKKURI seems to accept this answer. Looks like we got it right. Yeah, I guess he really is, Kayohara. Assuming the science teacher who was investigating Fox Lakata was the victim of Lake S incident, and that the mushrooms and the culprits behind the incidents were hooligans. It all aligns with KOKKURI's fixations. Therefore, the victim of that incident, Kayohara, is the natural choice to be KOKKURI. This looks like this was the right choice. KOKKURI looks at us in silence. What's with that question he asked earlier? What's he want to do? No idea. I feel like he's testing us right now. I don't care what you do, just don't start unloading that gun. KOKKURI suddenly lets out a shriek. Oh, his mask fell off. His mask then falls off, revealing a hideous, decaying face. KOKKURI glares at us and growls. I feel dizzy and my arm is hurting really bad. Crap, the mushrooms are spreading. It's messing with my arm now. This guy's really trying to kill us. We have no idea what KOKKURI's real intention is. We're going to be killed at this rate. What should we do now? Who? Worst. Hooligan. Oh, like the worst hooligan? Does he want us to give him a name again? I get the feeling that a wrong answer here is going to get us killed. We need to really think this over. Let's team up. Ooh, I bet you probably have to pick the floppy disk here. The answer is on this disk. Alright, well, this is what we're going to go with, but we're running out of time, guys. I'm going to have to stop this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and then when we come back, conspirators, we'll continue this little battle here.